Yo, what is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing amazing. I have the ultimate power duo at Tax Group Pros, my guy Rashad and my guy Eve. How you guys feeling today?
Awesome. No complaints.
No
Doing
complaints.
great.
Yes, sir. Yes.
My man Carson.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, for you guys that don't know, this is actually a very special client interview. These two individuals are people that I have been helping them out with their content for a pretty long time, right? Since
Right.
I think maybe like the middle of last year. I know Rashad was somebody that originally I gave him some different tips and strategies based off of just seeing his videos. Eve, somebody that I seen her videos shortly after because Rashad, you connected me with Eve,
Right.
and the relationship has just grown so much to where. Rashad, he's brought me out to different events with him, different masterminds, different conferences. Eve,
Word.
I've gotten the pleasure of being able to work with virtually, help her out with, providing her some good edits and things of that nature. But yeah, you guys speak to a little bit about who you are first, like what's your business, what you do, and how you help people.
Awesome. Well, you guys, I'll start first. Ladies first.
Oh,
So I am Eve Dennis on Instagram, and I help people invest in themselves so that they can pay the IRS less taxes. That's
mm,
really it. That's
For
simple.
really
sure, for sure. So I'm Rashad Williams, aka New York Tax All Day.
Sure.
And I'm also a tax strategist. I help small businesses with understanding their taxes at a higher level. But ultimately, I help tax businesses grow and scale through integrating AI and automations that allow them to be able to work in the business while automations is working on the business.
Mm,
right.
hey, that is fire. Yeah. When you're a
Uh-huh.
tax business owner, you that might be something that you need, right? But
For sure,
yeah,
for sure. Well,
yeah.
Carson, hold on, wait, nah. I know what we're here for. I know what we here. So let me tell you exactly.
Love it.
We ain't wasting no time. We're gonna get right to it.
I love it.
So when I
Yeah,
met
bring it
Carson
in.
at my hoop session. So I am the organizer of the CEO private hoop session right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and
Yes.
that was the first time that I met Carson. Carson came through, and he has a brand that some of y'all may or may not know about called Scars Make Stars. And that right there spoke volume. It spoke to his confidence. And he took that energy and that confidence and it runs right into his business. So as a content creator for the last 10 plus years, you don't take advice from everybody. Someone has to come with a certain energy, a certain cadence, and a structure because that right there is where it really mattered the most. It was the structure, right? So once he introduced to me from, going to different events, I told him a long time ago, Carson, I'm in a space right now where I'm not looking for people to eat from me. I'm looking for people to eat with me. And he heard me. Mind you, we've had multiple lunches, multiple breakfasts, whatever. I done told him, yo, I appreciate what you did for me. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
So what I want y'all to take from this is when it comes to structure, once you have a framework, once you have, once you understand your target market and how to speak to them, everything else is easy.
Mm,
Most of the time we don't know what kind of content to put out because we don't have a framework.
mm,
Given his framework, and he has multiple, you might get one, he might give away one, but that's not all the sauce. You still have to stay tapped in, stay close to the fire, because even just yesterday, he gave me a new framework from the one that he gave me before. I ran the play immediately, and on social media, things started happening a lot more organic. See, the frameworks that you give, it really gives us, and I'm not just speaking for me, I'm also speaking for my community because everybody knows you in the community now. We
I
got
was
a
just about
community of
to say that.
over 200
Yeah.
tax professionals, and everybody knows Carson.
Right.
Whether they seen you on social media, watch this. I interviewed yesterday a virtual assistant that was looking to be able to provide social media or edits and things of that nature. And I told him, I said, hey, look, if y'all looking to get better, y'all need to follow him. And you know what they said? He said, oh, we've been following this guy for some time now.
They
We
said,
know who
we
this
know this
is.
guy. We know this
We know this guy.
guy.
And,
Yeah.
it speaks volume. I watch your social media go from 500 to 47 plus thousand followers. I mean, the
It's,
proof is in the pudding. You just started
it's
running
good.
ads, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I just started seeing your
Yeah.
ads. So
I,
what that says is, listen, if you're in the tech space and you looking to work with Carson, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate.
mm.
If it doesn't work out working with him, I'll give you back your money, allegedly, right? But I
No,
know,
Yeah.
but I know that if you give him undivided attention and commit to what he is telling you to do, it has no choice but to work. Because not only is he studying how people receive information and the psychology behind content, he is also sufficient when it comes to the edits, removing just those milliseconds that allows you to engage your client and keep their attention. And I'm still
Mm,
mastering it. Listen, I'm like almost double his age. However,
almost.
being able to learn from him, listen, this is my friend tour right here. All right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't call everybody my friend tour. So I appreciate you, Carson. I look forward to continuing to work with you. I appreciate how you over deliver.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You over deliver. It's one thing to pay for a service. It's a completely different thing to over deliver. So continue to over deliver and continue to use your tagline. Keep shining.
Shining. Yeah. Hey, number one shot. I gotta definitely give you credit for the acapella. I didn't think you was gonna go off the top, off the dome, and just completely drop. So I definitely appreciate that. Eve, speaking a little bit as well, right? Because I know even outside of just Rashad, like we've been to conferences, been to masterminds, gotten food after, right? There's been a lot of different things that me and Shad have done, but break it down between like me and you, Eve, like dialing in things even with your offer,
Yeah.
helping you out with your messaging, like break down some ways that I was able to, help you out with the content as well.
No, like instantly from like hopping on your live the first time, like you just
Wow.
as organically as possible. I think it was like sitting on the porch, like real, just,
Yeah,
laid back, easy. And
yeah.
like, yo, so, actually taking the time to learn my business, what it is I was looking to do was fire. You asked questions that helped you understand a little bit better. Cause I know we were working on a unique offer for myself, something that you weren't as familiar with. And you're like, no, let me take the time, research it, and come back. And I appreciated that because a lot
Yeah.
of people, you'll use a formula, yeah, but actually taking the time to research, a lot of people don't do that. They like, oh, what I got here, this is what you're gonna use.
It
It's
is,
gonna
yeah.
work. Switch out whatever you need to and plug and play. And that's not what you gave
Yeah.
me. You actually
Yeah.
gave me the time and took the time to kind of research, ask the questions so that you will know what you needed to move around, what you needed to
Mhm.
add. And I appreciated that. And just to
Yeah.
piggyback off what Rashad said, like you came into the high level community and showed love. You had the chat going crazy. It was a lot of
Yeah, I
just
appreciate that.
solid information that people
Yeah.
are able to use, implement, and then learn more about the tools because what you started doing, you started sharing the tools that you use. But there was a lot of questions that people are asking. What tools do you use? You're like, okay, no problem. And you just bring it all out and really over deliver it. So
Yeah.
it's extreme gratitude, it's direction for
Yeah.
sure.
Not for sure. Not for sure.
The front facing recordings, like that was next level. Having a whole SOP on how to do it was dope. I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Was it the video or was it the call we had? I forget.
It was the video and the call. You
Okay.
sent me the little video so that I could review it and figure out how to set up my phone so that it
Oh,
wouldn't be as awkward. So now it was the whole experience. He was like, "Hey, E, I know you're gonna figure out." I'm like, "How am I supposed to do this?" It was a whole mess. He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait on you to set it up," and then he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna just send you the video just so you can have that extra support." And I appreciated that a lot for
yeah,
sure.
no, for sure. Yeah. And one thing I want you guys to like both speak on, right? Because obviously, one thing that is similar between me, you guys both, is that you guys are obviously running a community over 200 plus tax preparers, tax business owners. Me myself, I've worked with multiple tax business owners to help them out with content. Like, why do you feel like it's so important for people specifically in the tech space, right, to be putting out content and not just putting out content, but putting out quality content at that.
Yeah, we did a training on that today,
Really.
and we used the all strategy, automate, launch, and leverage. And when it comes to automating, launching, and leverage, this is the key to you actually being able to expect revenue at a high level,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, after April 15th, most tax professionals,
Mm.
they tap out.
Mm.
And they got to run back to the 9 to 5, which gets in between your education. You got to figure out another way to eat, so it prevents you from bettering yourself in your education and following up with your clients, because during tax season there was some things that they needed but you didn't see it. So putting out content allows you to be able to speak to those people's pain points, and allow those additional services to run right into you. Yeah, you got the bag during tax season, but that content is going to allow your clients, allow new leads, people that's going to come to you maybe next year, is going to allow them to be able to say, you know what, this person is an authoritative figure in this space, and I want to work with them. At minimum, I want to learn from them. And I was saying this in the training. I said, before you ask, are you giving? Right? Are you giving inspiration? Are you giving motivation? Are you giving education? Because if you can give those three things,
Yeah.
then when you make your offer, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's a no-brainer for somebody to say, yeah, I'm gonna work with Rashad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a write-off. I'm telling you what it is. I'm giving you the education. I'm showing you my family. I'm showing you how I'm using, just
Automation.
family trips. Yeah, how I'm using family trips to be able to write off deductions. How I'm using my trips for business to be able to not only, keep me fueled, but also keep my pockets fueled. Because if you're not using it for business, then you're using it for personal. If it's using it for personal, it's costing you. So, through making content and implementing AI and automation, it just helps me to be consistent. So content till I die. Let's get it.
Yeah. 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 Eve, speak on that. I
You know,
know John said something really important. Most people after April 15th, they are nowhere to be found, right? It's
right.
because the word of mouth slows down, the referrals slow down, the affiliates from people that they're partnered with, like that slows down, and they're not producing content that keeps them in front of people's faces, right? So yeah, speak on that a little bit, Eve, like why it's so important for people that's in space to keep posting that content.
Well, honestly, I feel like it helps you continue to exercise in the space. It challenges you to continually get the education so that you can share it or put yourself in a position so that you can, like, oh, okay, what am I not sharing with my relationships to help them throughout the year? Because honestly, yeah, the peak season is the top of the year, but you really can make money year round. It's making people aware of different things that they may not be aware of, showing, like Rashad said, it is a lot of value, but also just that opportunity to connect and show them what you are doing, show them why they should work with you if they didn't, and just
Yeah,
really just making them familiar on the things that they didn't know. So
yeah,
it's
for sure,
always that continuous relationship building for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And one thing I do hate to do, I would have to cut this a bit short. I have a call coming up, but with you guys now, Rashad, you had the consultation. You've got a lot, you got some scripts, like we've done some edits. You got the ad creators for yourself. Eve, obviously, you got a lot of scripts. Like I've sent you a couple different looms. So I've sent you a lot of stuff too. Like
Yeah.
with all the resources that you guys have now, where do you see TGT going, let's say 3, 6, 12 months from now with content, AI, automations, all that?
So when it comes to everything that we're working on, content, when it comes to automation, when it comes to AI, no matter how much you learn, you can't maximize it if you don't understand it to the point where you can break it down into a framework.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in the tax space and you're looking to grow and scale your business beyond preparation, you need a community. One thing you've given me is a framework that I now understand better, and I'm still studying. I sent you something that I was studying. I thought that was really cool
Yeah.
because being able to break it down into that framework, I'm not making these investments just for me. I'm making this investment for my community. See, every time engage with someone and I'm learning from someone, I'm
Mm.
looking to take it, compile it, debunk it, and then rewrite it so that I can introduce it to the people that see me as an authoritative figure. Because if I'm not maintaining my value, then I lose my community. So
Mm.
being able to connect with a person like yourself, Carson, a young man that has an ingenious mind when it comes to this content space, you have given frameworks that not only work for one person, it works for the entire industry,
Yeah.
the entire industry of content. So, I see TGP being able to grow to thousands of tax professionals, and even being able to grow the net worth
Yeah.
to $1 billion because I'm not selling it until it is.
Yeah. Hey,
I know.
hey, you heard it from the source.
I heard that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the framework that you give, it's one that is organic, so it's gonna grow. And I do see us connecting with a lot of businesses, especially with us, just continuously to be able to put ourselves in front of the right relationships.
Yeah,
To you, no, definitely
yeah,
thousands,
yeah.
billions.
1,000.
I'm not selling it until it's billions.
I love it.
That's right. That's right.
I
Love
love
it.
it.
Well, y'all heard it from the source, right? A billion is is the new million. Yeah, a billion is the new million, and obviously, shot with the new frameworks, with the content paired with AI, paired with automation, that's really gonna be the thing that helps them get there. So, yeah, if you guys have any type of thing that you want to connect with Shad or Eve about, where would they be able to reach you, right? Like, what's the best way for maybe a tax business owner to reach out to you guys and get tapped in?
Currently, myself and Eve and some of our other partners, we're on the tax tour right now. So
Right,
you can actually go to thetaxtour.com, or you can actually find myself at New York Tax All Day on Instagram,
right.
TikTok, and a couple other different places. You can Google New York Tax All Day and you'll see what's up. When it comes to Eve, Eve is 100K Eve, and the 100K is because she's turned multiple business into six-figure businesses.
Mm.
That's the part she don't tell y'all. It's 100K Eve, not because she's doing 100K, which she is. However, she has multiple testimonials of how she's helped grow and scale tax businesses to
Yeah,
100K. So if you're trying to take your business to the next level, if you're trying to fire your boss in the tax space and become your own tax boss, then that's what you need to talk to. You need to holler at 100K Eve.
yeah.
Let's
Right.
get it.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. Y'all hung on at Eve for sure. If you're looking to fire your boss and hire yourself, God, he's obviously gonna help you automate everything that's taking your time away from making money, so you can make more money. And yeah, if you guys want to get the same results that Eve, Shad has gotten, I'll leave some links in the description for business owners that want to completely
Right.
automate their content creation, their preparation, their production, and their perfection, so that they can
That's a
improve their
fact.
content's performance. And yeah, I'm late for this next call, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Shout out to Eve. I
Got it.
appreciate you guys, and
Appreciate
as
you.
always, keep shining. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, I know it.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you, my boy.
Yep.